Greetings and salutations, my friends. Welcome to a brand new series. This series is called The Ramble. People like my rambling, so I'd make a specific series. So what this series is all about is that it's going to be a weekly Tuesday series, hopefully. Fingers crossed. I'll try my best. I can't always promise it, but that's the plan. And I'm just going to talk about things that, whether they regards to the YouTube channel, analytics, gaming news, what the next videos that are going to be coming out on the channel. I've also got like what Let's Plays we're going to do, what games I'm looking at playing, but also stuff like today I'm going to talk about my new diet and giving up smoking, and also each week I'm going to introduce one of my dogs to newer people to the channel, one of our pets. We've got 3 dogs, 2 cats, so each week we're going to introduce one of the new animals. I'll tell you a bit about them, the story of how we got them and what they're like and all that sort of good stuff. Every week is going to be different. If there's something that annoys me one week, I'll do a big rant about it and stuff like that. So what I'll do is, if people just want to watch certain parts of it, like if you only want to know the gaming stuff, what I'll do is in the comments I'll link, I'll timestamp everything. So if you just want to know the gaming news or whatever it is, you can just click on that timestamp, watch that bit, so you don't have to watch crap that you don't want to watch. So that's the plan. The layout of everything is going to change as we go through the weeks, as I get used to this and doing new bits and stuff like that, new segments. Right, so without further ado, let's get underway. So the first thing we're going to talk about this week is the amazing news that I have hit 10,000 subscribers. And as promised, I decided to do a little sort of limited edition run of mugs for the channel. You've probably seen them. I'll put a picture. No, finger. Oh, it's all reversed. It's horrible. Up there somewhere. And I thought it'd just be a really cool idea. I'm not trying to make much money from it. I was sort of planning. I didn't know how many to buy. I had no idea what the sort of pickup would be from this. There's nothing to sort of compare it against as to how many people might want, or how many are actually going to sell. So I ordered an initial print run of 50, and I said in my last Journeyman video that if they were selling really quickly, I'd order another 50. But that would be it, regardless of how much people wanted them, because it's supposed to be limited edition, so there was no more than 100. And I thought, Curly, my missus, she was like, are you going to sell 50? And I was like, I don't know. And I said, hopefully eventually we'll sell 50, even if it takes a few months. But also what I can do, if nobody wants them and we only sell sort of 20, I can then do over the next sort of 6 months or so, do giveaways and stuff like that, competitions and everything like that. So we put the 50 up. I hit 10,000 subscribers. I made the little funny video that you've probably seen. And after 10 minutes, we'd sold 12. And I was like, oh, man, okay, but that could be just the crazy nutters. You know who you are, the crazy fans of the channel. Thank you, it's always weird. And I thought that might calm down. And then after an hour, we'd sold 35. And I'm like, I'm going to need to reorder. I'm going to need to reorder. And my missus is like, no, wait a little bit longer. It's going to calm down. I'm like, no, we need to get them ordered so we can get them quicker. So I ordered another 50. And that should be sort of about 4 days' time. And as of now, they've all sold. So I ordered 100, I've sold 95. I'm keeping one for myself, I'm sending one to me mum, and I'm keeping 3 to do giveaways and competitions and stuff. So I can't believe it. I can't fucking believe it. We sold 95 mugs. I've told you before, I'm quite open and honest about money and everything like that. I don't make much money on these mugs at all. I make a couple of quid a mug, but that allows me to then keep some of the mugs behind and do giveaways and stuff like that. So I'm not making a great deal of money. It was more just a fun thing to do. Eventually down the line, I think maybe in a month or 2, we'll do a t-shirt run and see what we can get there. And then and do a sort of limited edition t-shirt for a little bit again. And then eventually down the line, when we're sort of, when we're much bigger as a channel, I might have like a shop that's permanently open, just that sells merchandise, mugs and cups and mugs and cups. Wow, that's different. Mugs, t-shirts and all other stuff, quite random things and that people are available to buy. So just wanted to say thank you. It takes me back every single time I get like a subscriber, a like, a comment, people ordering these mugs or giving on Patreon and stuff like that. It annoys me that I can't think of how to thank you more. It's really frustrates me because I end up just going, thank you. But seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for the support over the last year. It's been absolutely amazing. I hope I can live up to your expectations, and I will work my arse off to make good content for you. That is my goal. So thank you very much, everybody that watches, comments. I've had so many private messages that just say, look, I'm going through a really shitty time in my life, and it's my one little bit in the day where you make me have, I have a laugh and put a smile on my face, and that's just more than I could ever hope for. Forget all the other shit. That is just absolutely ridiculous. So thank you very much. There is no more mugs. Don't bother asking. They were limited edition. It's gone. You're too late. You're too slow. Right, on to the next subject. So the next thing I want to talk about is what's happening with my YouTube channel. So as you guys know, you should know, that'd be weird if you didn't, I am a predominantly FM Football Manager YouTuber, but I also do lots of other stuff. I've done Let's Plays of XCOM, of Darkest Dungeon, of lots of guides for Total War, Warhammer. It's always supposed to be a multi-game channel, but I'll only play games that I really enjoy. And Football Manager, I've been playing for 20 plus years. It's my favourite game of all time. There'll always be tons of Football Manager on this channel, but there'll be other stuff too. So what I've got in the pipeline at the moment, other than starting this new channel, the Journeyman is going to continue. I absolutely adore that series. Same with the Motorsport Manager. That is absolutely fantastic. You guys have really been enjoying the Girlfriend Plays Football Manager, England Manager. That's gone down really well. So thank you for giving her support on that. That really means a lot to me. As for sort of new stuff, I have a few experiments, a Football Manager experiments in the works. There's one massive one that's taken me ages, but it will be a thing in the channel, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, plus some other little FM experiments, fun ones like we did not last year, like just sort of silly ones like what if Eden Hazard was really fat, or what if Mesut Ozil had one passing, and just silly little stuff rather than the more boring experiments really. Also, I'm definitely going to do a Let's Play series of Mass Effect when it comes out, Andromeda. I did plan to do a For Honor Let's Play, because there is a story mode in there, but I did get in the beta. Wasn't a massive fan. I'll probably pick up the game, but I'm not sure if it'll be something big on the channel. It might just be something I stream a bit, or it might just be a private thing. I'll see if I get into it more. I didn't really, in the weekend beta, I just didn't get into it really. I kind of prefer Chivalry. That Chivalry is an amazing game. I'm also tempted to start a Darkest Dungeon playthrough. Now, it's a couple of years old now, Darkest Dungeon, but it's had tons of patches and updates and everything, so there's lots of new stuff. And a couple of guys in the comments have mentioned it recently. I was like, I love Darkest Dungeon because it's so hilarious, and it gets me so happy and so angry at the same time, because there's so much random shit that goes on that game. It's mental. So that's definitely... Let me know what you think of that. Would you like to see some Darkest Dungeons or any other ideas? This is a really good place. The Ramble videos is a really good place for you to put forward your ideas. Talk about games that you're enjoying or that you're looking forward to coming out, or the ideas for me for Let's Plays and stuff like that. Like I said, I'll never do something I don't enjoy, because then the videos will be shit. If I'm not enjoying the game, the videos will be shit. Unless the game is so bad, we can take the piss out of it and it'll be hilarious. But other than that... yeah, so that's sort of plans for the channel over the sort of coming couple of months. There could always be random things that just pop out, and I just think, a little indie game that might pop out that I might do a video on. But that's sort of the plan. So I hope you're into that sort of stuff. Right, next topic. So the next thing I want to talk about is my dogs, my pets. And a few of you, if you've been around here long enough, you've probably seen a few videos. I think I did a dog walk. Lots of them have popped into streams and random videos to say hello, just to annoy me, I think, to get in the videos. But I wanted to just give you, because I'm a massive animal lover. I've got 3 dogs, 2 cats. I'm a trained dog first aider, a dog nutritionalist, all sorts of kennel operator, all sorts of stuff. I absolutely adore dogs. It's one of the things I want to do later in life when... I've made my millions on YouTube, is to start a small dog rehoming charity. That's my ultimate goal. A little house in the country. I don't have to have a big house. Don't give a shit about a big house, but I want a big garden, and we can have a little dog shelter rehoming place, because I'm good at dog behaviourist stuff, that I can actually maybe get dogs that wouldn't normally be allowed to be rehomed because they might have some issues, and work with them to solve those issues and then rehome them. So like the dogs that a lot of the times might have been put down because they couldn't be rehomed. Or just a place for not the best behaved dogs to live out the rest of their lives, that sort of thing. That's my ultimate goal. So today I want to talk to you about Loki. I'll put some pictures of him over the years since we got him. So Loki, just to give you a bit of background, my family has had dogs throughout my entire life. There's always been a dog in the house. So once me and the missus had settled down here in Northern Ireland, we decided we wanted to get a dog. And for the last few years before then, I really wanted to get an Australian Shepherd. Now, Australian Shepherd is basically very sort of similar to Collie. Although it's called Australian Shepherd, it's actually derived from America, and they used to be sheep herders in Texas on the plains of Texas. Do they have plains? Yeah. Fields, dusty field, whatever. Places in Texas, they used to herd sheep and stuff. So they're beautiful sort of dogs, and they're really good temperament, really intelligent and stuff like that. So that was a sort of big part for me, was like we wanted to get a puppy. So obviously they're getting more popular, but they're a relatively rare breed when we were looking to get one. And it was going to be a case of that we were having to wait for the right litter, because I wanted the colourings of Loki, it's called a blue merle, and that's what we wanted, because you can get them in white and brown and various different patches, but we wanted that blue merle that you'll see in pictures and stuff. And I also wanted a tail. Australian Shepherds weirdly have this thing, the genetics thing, that some of the puppies will be born without tails, naturally docked tails. But I wanted a tail. We've got to have a tail. We're getting that now because he kind of wafts everything off the coffee table every time he walks past. But I wanted a tail, wanted a blue male. I wasn't bothered about male or female. So we were looking at people in the UK, breeders in the UK, people that show them in the UK, to see if you get in lots of contacts with the Australian Kennel Club thing. And it was really hard because there's just not that many. And then somebody random said, I've got some friends in Northern Ireland that have just had a litter. I'm like, oh my God, this is ridiculous that we don't actually have to travel to England to get the puppy. So we called up Des and Joyce Manton, who actually are famous in Northern Ireland. They've shown dogs for years. They both do judging of dog shows, and they just bred their first ever litter of Australian Shepherd puppies, the first ever one in Northern Ireland, we believe, and they had one left. And I was like, oh, the odds of it being blue merle and had tail. And they was like, it's got a blue merle and it's a tail. I'm like, so we went to see Loki, as he's now called, and it just, fell in love with it. Look at his face. Look at his face. He's just absolutely adorable. And he's just coming up to 4 years old. My sense of time is ridiculous. I thought my cats was 9 years old. Apparently they're 12. But I think he's coming up to 4 years old. And he's just adorable. He's got some bad traits as well. He's a little bit too barky. He likes a bark. And people will say, I know dog training, and people say, well, what you need to do, he likes to bark at dogs on the telly and sometimes in the garden. And people say, what you need to do is like get his attention with a treat just before he's about to bark. He sees a dog, get him with a treat, and he'll kind of forget that exists, and various other methods. And the trouble is, he just loves barking at the dogs. He is wagging his tail when he does it. So if he's enjoying it that much, it's very hard to get his attention away from it. We tried sort of telling him off, being stern with him, trying to treat him to get him. It's just one of those things. That's him. But he's an absolute superstar. Other than that, he's a really sweet guy. Loves his cuddles. Loves being a lap dog, even though he's like 25 kilos. Absolute superstar. You'll see more of him on the channel. I want to do, especially let me know in the comments. I'll do some dog walk videos and stuff like that if you guys want to see them and stuff like that. But that is the story of how we got Loki and what he's like. He's absolutely adorable. Love him to bits. It's the first puppy that I've had on my own, well, with the missus, but like there wasn't just like a family dog that my parents chose, or family members and stuff like that. And we always said we want to get one purebred puppy, and that'll be our dog, and then probably forevermore, we'll get rescue dogs. That was our kind of goal, and our other 2 dogs are rescue dogs, and they will continue to be so. It was just this one time I wanted to get an Australian Shepherd puppy, so that was our thing. Right, that's the talk about dogs done. If you want to tweet me pictures of your dogs, then more than go for it, because I love dogs. I like dogs more than I do humans, so... No offence to anyone, but that's just the way it is. But you can tweet me at Loki Doki GG. Right, so let's talk on to the next subject. It's a big one. So the next thing I want to talk about is my health and, well, lack of it. I'm a fat and lazy smoker. Those 3 things don't really go well with having a long life, do they? You don't see many 100-year-olds going, yeah, love eating pizzas and smoke 20 a day and, yeah, don't do any exercise. It doesn't go down well. So in an effort to maybe prolong my life a bit, just getting a bit healthier, I'm on a diet. The big D word. We've just started last week, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a tiny little update every week as to how my weigh-in went. And if there's anybody in the comments that wants to join us on this little dietary trip and post your weekly weight, that'd be fantastic. If we can do it together, help keep each other motivated, that's fantastic. So I'm just to let you know, I'm 5'11", and last week I weighed 17 stone. Right, quite a lot. Bit of a belly. Luckily, I haven't got too much of a man boobage. If I had man boobage, I'd probably lose weight quicker, because that would just be horrific. But 17 stone. Last Monday is our weigh-in day. So last one, 17 stone. Me and the missus are both doing it. And in the week that's passed, I have lost 5 pounds. 5 pounds in the first week. Obviously, it starts off easier. It gets hard as it goes. I know this, but... really, really chuffed with it, and it wasn't through some Atkins diet or weird thing or diet chef or anything like this. It was basically changing my portions, and we've made our meals a bit healthier, like just more salads and stuff like that. But the big thing for me was less carbs and more proteins and vegetables. So let's say I could have a steak dinner with, let's say, a bit of steak, mash, and veggies, right? So before... that meal would be loads of steak, some veggies, lots of mash, and some onion rings, okay? But now it's a little bit more steak, great, love steak, lots more veggies, love the veggies, and less mash, and less onion rings, no onion rings, in fact. But so I'm still enjoying the food that I'm eating. I'm not feeling like I'm eating rabbit food. I'm still enjoying it. It's just cutting down the portion sizes, making sure I'm not snacking late at night. That's another killer for me, because I'm a night owl. So that's a big part of it for me. So, like I said, I would love it if you guys want to weigh in on a Monday or weigh in today and just let me know what your weight is and say what your goal is or whatever. Each week, comment how you're doing, how much you've lost or gained or whatever like that. It'd be fantastic if a bunch of us can do it. So finally, I want to talk to you about Google, YouTube, analytics. Right, so analytics is basically, you either love or hate this I love analytics. I love stats and graphs and pie charts. Pie. Right, and so what I want to do is every month on the Ramble, I'm going to talk about last month's YouTube and how we did as a channel. Like some people have said, why do you say everything's we? Because it's me. But it's not. It's our it feels like our channel. You have as much to do with this as me, and it wouldn't exist if you weren't there. So it's our channel, right? So basically, this is just going to be for January. This is the first time that I've really had sort of a more popular channel in January. I've heard about the drop-off in revenue, because obviously ad revenue is based on when companies want to pay YouTube to advertise, and obviously in the couple of months before Christmas they want to advertise all the time. There's tons, so they have to pay more. But now after Christmas that drops right down, so my estimated revenue has dropped about $100 for the last month since the previous month from December, which I'm actually pleased with. A lot of people said it's worse than that, so maybe it's January sales and stuff like that they've been advertising, but maybe it gets worse next month. We'll see. That's the whole point of this, to see, so we can sort of judge how it's going. Watch time has been fantastic, 3.6 million minutes watched. Average view duration, 11 minutes. That's superb. I'm really, really happy with that. Let's go into sort of some sort of more real-time stuff. This is the real-time thing. This is obviously now. It's the last 48 hours. It's not January. But just wanted to say that over the last few weeks, we've been beating consistently our best view, like most views in the last 48 hours. 27,000 right now. That's the highest it's ever been. You guys have been absolutely sort of smashing it and stuff like that. So if we look at sort of watch time, we'll also look at subscriber growth and all that sort of stuff in a minute. The watch time's pretty... doesn't really matter, to be honest. It's more about sort of the average view duration, and that's stayed pretty steady. We're sort of floating around sort of in the last month, sort of 10 and a half minutes, something like that, which is I'm really chuffed. 47% is pretty damn good. Quite happy with that. Let's have a look at the demographics. Yeah, still all men. Our most popular group of people watching this channel is 25 to 34, which is interesting. I think a lot of, especially FIFA YouTubers, but other gaming channels, is probably the 18 to 24 and the 13 to 17 is much bigger. There's barely any kids that watch me, which is probably a good thing because of all the swearing and everything. But let's have a look at the main event. This is the subscriber growth in the last 30 days. In the last 30 days, we've got 1,600 subscribers, which is just amazing. We got 1,900, but 257 lost. If you've got a YouTube channel, don't worry about the lost. Just look at the average, what you're actually gaining overall. That's the most important thing. You're always going to lose subscribers. People just aren't interested, don't watch your stuff anymore. All that sort of stuff. Let's have a look at the likes and dislikes. Pretty standard. The likes and discounts ratio is on my channel is ridiculous. Somebody tweeted me a picture of one of my videos saying had 600 likes and not a single dislike. That's ridiculous. Comments, obviously, this is a big part of where you guys come in, and that's just been going strong every day. Look, getting about 100 and Jesus Christ, is it that much? Jesus, yeah, that's daily comments. I didn't realise it was that much. I knew it took me fucking ages to reply to as many comments as I can, but well over 100 comments a day now. The sharing thing, I'm not sort of too worried about. This is people that share that on Twitter or, post it on a Reddit or all that sort of good stuff. Not too sort of worried about that. If we look on it, this will be interesting for you guys. There's a website called Social Blade, and you can search YouTubers, and it'll tell you stats about them. So if you ever wanted to know how well your favourite YouTuber is doing, it's all there. It's all public information. So this is a sort of score that I keep every month to see how well we're doing. And views for the last 30 days has gone up 15% over last month, which is exceptional. 300,000 views almost in the last 30 days is ridiculous. Subscribers for the last 30 days has gone up 4.6%, which was really good because after FM17 was released, I got a big boost. And then it sort of just started tailing off a bit. The next month was less than that month, but actually now we're going back up again. It's just ridiculous. Just a little point. Totally ignore this because this is ridiculous. Look, estimated monthly earnings between 48 and 700. Look, how big a gap is that? That doesn't help in any way, shape or form. And then you can also scroll down here to see just how fast you are, the channels that you enjoy or your channel is watching. You just have to search it in the top little bar here, whatever channel you're looking for. Let's see full monthly statistics. Obviously, this is not just January, this is a few days in February as well, but it just gives us a good overview to look at. There was a day here, as you see, video views, where my videos dropped by 145,000. Now, I've checked a few other people, and it seems there must have been a YouTube cull. Occasionally, they'll remove bots and dead views and fix errors that they've had their side. So sometimes you'll get a drop in views. So they've obviously removed 145,000 views. No idea. Occasionally you'll get ones where your subs just drop, massively, by 200 or something like that. And that's because they're just getting rid of closed accounts, duplicate accounts, bot accounts, all that sort of crap stuff on YouTube. So as you can see, if we look here, sort of the averages of the build-up is like around about sort of 40, and then it was sort of dropping a little bit. We had a few days where it was 30, but then we had a couple of great days here at 100. Obviously, I did that Lelujo video that helped. You know, a few people from his channel have joined and all that good stuff. But overall, absolutely delighted with the whole thing, really. If we just look on what I'll show you here is just because this is really interesting if you're a YouTuber yourself. So I've had my account for years, but it wasn't a YouTube channel. So I'll move it up to the point where I started uploading videos. And this is my subscriber growth. So trickled along, did all right. That's when I uploaded non-FM stuff and people unsubscribed because it wasn't an FM video, but then that sort of jumped up and then it sort of tailed off. Obviously, that's this bit here, that tail off is towards the end of the life of FM16 when nobody was really watching it, which is fine. And then this is the release of FM17 and some of the other stuff we've done, and there was some ridiculous growth in here. Sort of, you know, there's 154 subscribers in a day. That's like my personal best. And then after the initial flurry of, oh my god, FM17, that's so good. You know, brand new game, it drops down. But then, as you can see here, if you took a mean line, we're steadily improving over the last sort of whatever that is, couple of months. We're actually picking back up and we're going for it again. You'll always have peaks and troughs. Never worry that you're getting less subscribers than you were last month. Just try and work out why that is. Is it that game's getting a bit old down, less people are playing it, less people are interested in it, or is it something you're doing wrong? But as you can see, that the subscriber growth. Look at this. This is stupid, right? This annoys me. Okay, so these are my comments on YouTube. Okay, so 5, 10s, probably averaging about 5, 10 a day here. These massive spikes, 2,000. That is not comments. That is when I was streaming on YouTube. I streamed about 5, 6 times on YouTube, and they counted all the chats as comments, which is just bonkers. YouTube is stupid with live content. But so you can ignore those big spikes. But after that, as you can see, in the last few months, you guys have been crushing it. You know, 100 plus comments every single day. It's just been ridiculous. So there we go. There's my little sort of analytics roundup. Feel free to share your own and how well you're doing this month. Like, it'd be cool if we can get a group of us that are just, you know, talking about our weight loss and talking about if you've got a YouTube channel, how well you've done with subscribers this month and stuff. So all good. Very happy with how the channel's going. I hope you are too. Right, there we go. We are done for the ramble for the day. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what you think, if you want me to change stuff for the future. I know it's quite a long video. Maybe I need to ramble a little bit less, ironically, for a ramble video. But let me know. Anything you want improved. The sort of format of it is probably going to change over the next few weeks as I just sort of tweak it, make sure it's right for me and all that sort of good stuff. Maybe get some more images and shit. But, yeah, let me know what you think of it. Comment below what you want me to see. Tell me if you want to diet. Let's do a weigh-in together. A Monday weigh-in. Let's do it. Let's lose some weight and get a bit more fit. Right, thank you very much for joining me, guys. Please do like this video if you did enjoy it. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.